particularly.
Not particularly.
Lean back.
Lean back.
Fat Joe. R.I.P.
Really? Fat Joe, lean back. What's up, Clint?
What's up, Mr. Dave? How are you? It's been a couple of weeks. Kicking off our Memorial Day weekend with some therapeutic session.
Is that what you call it? That's what it is, I guess.
That's what we're going to do.
Therapy for me and you.
Right.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Orange Men Podcast. Dave and Clint here with you, coming at you from the bunker in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's a little chilly down here. Got the heaters going.
Yeah,
I know. And it's springtime.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. It's been shitty last 2 weeks weather-wise up in these northeast of wherever we are.
Well, you know what they say. May showers bring June flowers.
Is that what they say?
No. That's what's happening, though. It's been raining like a mother up here. All right. Let's get this show on the road. I'm very frustrated about something that I heard.
Very antsy?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Well, it's probably nothing.
Probably.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm waiting for this music to die down.
All right.
Hit
Hit the links in bio.
There you go.
Official Patriot gear, Redcon 1.
Still doing that shit.
Reaper Apparel Company. All discount codes are in.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Our link tree and on Instagram highlights and bios. Anywho.
So I was listening to an interview, and I think it was Tucker Carlson interviewing Kash Patel and...
Nah, it was Maria.
Bartiromo?
Yeah. The other day?
Yeah, Kash Patel and
Bongino.
Dan Bongino.
Right.
And I was mad.
Why were you mad, Dave?
I'm mad. Well, because they're like Epstein hung himself.
Right.
I think they're lying. I think it's bullshit.
The PA shooter, too, right? They poo-pooed. Wasn't that part of it, too?
Yeah, what are they fucking covering up? The fuck are they hiding? Now if it's true,
right,
and he hung himself, okay, I'll believe you, but I'm only going to believe you if you release everything you have on Epstein.
To prove it.
Yes, everything. We're never going to know. We're never going to see anything. They keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Pam Bondi's talking. We're reviewing 50,000 videos.
Right.
Bullshit. You might be reviewing them, but they're never going to get released because there's a lot of sick people in politics, in government, that are hiding in the shadows, that are both Democrat and Republican, and it's going to damage, I guarantee it'll damage the Trump administration if they release all that shit.
It should, though.
I know it should, but they're not going to release it. They're fucking liars. I had all the faith in Kash Patel and Dan Bongino.
Right.
I don't believe them.
Okay.
I can't imagine. I feel like you don't
believe that there's no there. That didn't solidify your
no.
That didn't solidify your worries.
No.
Like, listen, if there was something there, I would tell you. But there's nothing there that's there.
Bullshit. I am fucking fuming. Now, if they, first of all, I don't care if he hung himself or he didn't hang himself or if somebody hung himself. I don't care. Right. Really don't give a shit. The guy deserves to be where he is right now. I care about who was involved with him, who was footing the bill, who was on that island, who was in that plane, who was raping young girls. I want to know who they are.
Those girls and boys. Don't get it twisted.
Young kids.
Right.
I want to know who they are, and I want them fucking dealt with. I want them prosecuted and put in jail.
Right.
I don't care who it is. I don't give a shit who it is. I want those people exposed. And if these two guys don't do it, we're done. We're done. We can't. This cabal will never go away until we expose every single one of them, Democrat or Republican or independent, whoever the frick they are. We need to expose them all. And Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and Dan Bongino can do it. If they don't do it, then I have a problem. I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
Right.
Because no one's fucking listening.
Well, this has been brought up on multiple other.
I haven't heard anything.
No. I'm talking. No, it has. I've heard it a couple of times this week with a couple bigger, not just podcasts, but even like a couple of bigger guys on, that are big Trump supporters and the movement, so to speak, and go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, listen, whether he killed him, like you just said, whether he killed himself or not, who really cares? The problem is he was arrested and, in jail for crimes of sex trafficking and blah, 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 blah. Like you're saying, where are those victims and who did he traffic said people to? Same thing with Ghislaine Maxwell. She got all this time, but where are the people that, yeah, it's great that she's in jail, but where are all the people that she helped facilitate these kids or children or, teenagers, whatever whatever you were into or got caught with at the time, where are the victims? Like, where are the abusers of those victims that she got charged with? So I agree with you. It doesn't matter whether he killed himself or not. In the grand scheme of things, I don't care about that. I want action on the people that were behind whatever was going on.
Yep.
And
if I don't see it, I'm gonna send a strongly worded email to somebody.
My thing too, why? What? Like, are you trying to throw people off the scent? Like, oh, we really do have something, so we're gonna come out and do this interview. Where even if you're not lying and you're saying, like, even if it was the case and you wanted people to believe you, nobody's gonna believe you.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Because everybody's already formed their opinion over the last 4 years from when, or whatever, 3.5 years, whatever it was, when this guy had, killed himself. So they already feel this way.
Right, but isn't it because Dan Bongino and Kash Patel have been saying he didn't kill himself this whole time?
Right.
I mean, all the evidence shows you got the cops missing, the guards missing from the jail.
Right.
You got the cameras mysteriously not working all of a sudden.
Right.
All these things point to he was murdered.
Or he was escorted out of there.
Right.
And they have him in hiding somewhere, which, again, that's what I was going with. Like, even if that was the case, or, like, are you trying to, like, oh, the people that did do this know who they are, not killed him, but, like, the
cover-up. Yeah.
The abusers in this situation know who they are, and I think, to me, it doesn't, I don't care who it is. I don't have a favorite guy that I'm like, well, I guess it's okay. That's my guy. Like, I don't care. They should all be dealt with and held accountable. And I think, I know the last time we were talking, like, you kind of I said there's some things that I don't like that Trump's doing. And I think there's other situations that are going on and that I don't care about. I don't care about Greenland. I don't care about the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America. That shit that doesn't change my day-to-day routine.
Well, it does.
How?
Well, let's talk about it.
Well, I don't want to get
the Gulf of America.
It's North America, Central America, South America. It's in the Gulf. It's always been the Gulf of the Americas anyway. They just put a name to it.
I know, but I think Trump did that for a reason.
I know why.
Okay, so that's.
But in the grain, he did it because Biden put you can't have drilling in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah,
I got that.
It's genius.
I know. I know that. And when you try to explain to somebody, they're like, well, it doesn't even make sense. No, it does because he put I know why he did it.
Signed an executive order.
On you can't drill in. I understand. I read all that as soon. I know why he did it. The same thing with Greenland. I get it. It's a strategic point in the Northern Atlantic between us and Russia and stuff like that. I get it. I understand it. But it's nonsense that we like. It's like, oh yeah, no, I don't. Those are the things that I don't really care about. I want the list. I want the tax. And we were talking about this earlier. Like we're playing this game with the tax bill and stuff like that. By the time it gets through, it's going to be 2026, and they're going to have a whole new set of because you're not going to get. He's come out with the speediness of doing everything, and I agree with it. These two guys, if there was a reason to like snowball it and say this way nobody thinks we're onto them, like the American people and the people that actually give a crap about it don't care. They want the stuff done. They want to see the action. I mean, people have been calling Pam Bondi out since she said, well, I had it on my desk, and then the FBI didn't give me all of it, and then they did give me all of it, and now it's sitting on my desk.
You're talking about Epstein?
Yeah, the client list and everything like that. Well, we got to review it, or like, all right, if you don't want to show the videos, fine. But
no, I want to see the fucking videos.
I get it. Well, it's put on pay-per-view. I don't care, but like the list is the list, not the list that they came out with that everybody saw in the WikiLeaks documents in 2017. Or early 16 when all that stuff, everybody already knew those people. And still those people, if it was the true legitimate list, those people are still walking around on the streets.
Right.
So nothing's been done to those people. I don't think they're all clones. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I understand where you're frustrated. And it is like, I saw the one dude say, we've seen enough Bongino to know when he's telling us the truth and when he could be storytelling. Like, like the dude's done a show for, 8 years now? The whole time during Trump, the whole time Trump was out. Right. The guy's been in front of the camera every day for multiple hours a day. So everybody knows like his tells and his ticks. And it's like, Cash Patel's like sitting there like not even blinking, which I don't know. That's normally how he looks anyway, crazy-eyed. But it's like,
does look crazy-eyed sometimes.
And he did go he went on the Sean Ryan show and he said first things he wanted to do. He wanted to also shut down the FBI building and move it into like another building. And that happened, I guess, late last week or earlier this week. But there's not enough movement on the issues, like even the deportations. I get it. It's happening, but you're not, I don't know. Are we really getting rid of enough people that are going to make a difference the next time voting comes around? I don't know. I saw people talking about the census again.
Yeah,
Census,
we're barely making a dent. I mean, we're doing a lot.
The census is something you and me talked about in like 2022. How they're flooding these blue red states with all these illegals, and once you get more House seats, they're gonna have Democratic voters in those positions, and then they're gonna vote for those House districts. And then you end up with like the Ilhan Omars of the world because there's 50,000 Somalis in this little friggin' 6 square mile town.
Right. Well,
so there's not enough being done as fast as I would have. I mean, listen, I know we're
that's a lot of people to get rid of, man.
We're in May, and I saw the Tom Holman video or interview on a podcast, and he said the numbers that are being reported are
low.
The way he said it made sense. Like the news is telling you this deportation rate, but it's actually this. It's just like the way he phrased it was like they're saying arrested and deported, where they're just grabbing, like what they're doing is totally different than the way they're like, oh, they only, the deportations was 200 this week when it was really like 2,000. But the way they're classifying the people that were deported on the news is totally different from the way ICE and Homeland and these organizations are actually doing it. So it's not like it's a classification, but it's not like, because you're not going to believe one side of numbers and we're not going to believe the other. But when he said it's skewed because of, like, it'd be like the same thing the news was doing with the virus stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's this many cases.
With the ticker.
Yeah, but it really wasn't. It was just their way of, like, And
yeah, there's so much shit coming out about COVID and the vaccines, and that's the other thing. No one's ever going to be held accountable for that either. Fauci and every one of those people.
Well, I think that's where we're. I think
NIH, the World Health Organization. What's the other one?
The WHO.
The World Health Organization. The other one.
Yeah.
The CDC.
Oh yeah.
All those people should be in jail.
No, but that's what I think people are getting mad at. Like you were like, and again, I know it's only May. We're only a couple months into it, but I don't want to see. This is it. You're not running again, regardless of whether you whatever.
Right. We're never going to have another guy like Trump.
I mean, the next guy could be worse. The next guy could be a Democrat, and then they're going to do it, overturn all this stuff again. So
right.
it doesn't matter. But what needs to be done is, like you're saying, like, he pulled Fauci's Marshall protection detail. That's great. He should pay for his own stuff. But how about we put him in jail?
Right. We got to prosecute the guy.
Yeah, let's do. I
all
think
these lies that they perpetrated.
I think that's what's frustrating a lot of people is like
it was the greatest crime to humanity ever.
Yeah.
And they got away with it.
Worldwide.
Yeah, it's insane.
Worldwide.
It's insane what they did.
And it's not.
And even RFK, it's too slow.
Yeah.
Big deal you got the dyes out of fucking the food coloring.
Well, I saw something.
Come on, man.
What was the additive Tyson was putting in their chicken? They're like, we'll have it done by the end of the month. Like, somebody was like, wait, so all it needed to be was somebody going, hey, man, get this out of there, and at the end of the month, it could have, like, what are we doing?
Well, that's, there's so much bullshit going on. I mean, with the food industry, with the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, we're not supposed to be eating the shit we're eating. It's poison. And you look at the rates of heart disease. Now, there was no documented heart attacks until 1912, until the Titanic sank. That was the first documentation of heart disease.
Why with the Titanic?
It just happened to be 1912. It had nothing to do with the Titanic. But that's how I remember it.
You're like, oh, well, that happened the same year. I got you.
Yeah, and then 30 years later, heart disease becomes the #1 killer in the United States. How does that fucking happen?
Well,
Crisco, seed oils, processed foods, all this stuff that they're telling us to eat, carbohydrates. Yeah, that's probably not good either, but it's better than some things. At least you're energized.
I'm ready to go.
But we're lied to at every single turn by every single person in power. They're all getting rich. We're all getting poor. We're all getting sick, and we're all dying.
Right.
The food company poisons us. We get sick. The medical industry comes in. The pharmaceutical industry comes in. They alleviate our symptoms, but we continue to get sicker.
Right.
They're making trillions of dollars off of us between the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry. They lie to us about our diseases. They tell us you can't cure diabetes. They tell us there's no cure for cancer. They tell us there's no cure for heart disease. They medicate you. I mean, how many people my age are on a slew of medications? Just about everybody I know.
Right.
Why? Why don't people ask questions? Why am I taking this? What's wrong with me? What's the root cause of my problem?
When can I stop taking this?
Yeah, no, never. You got to take it the rest of your life.
And then when this stops working, I got something else for you.
Yeah, well, they give you another medication because the first medication causes side effects.
Right.
So you need another medication to alleviate the side effects of the first medication. Then you get side effects from the medication that's supposed to take care of the side effects. Then you get another medication to take care of those side effects.
Right.
It's a joke. And people line up for it. We're sheep. Meh. That's the language we speak. We're fucking sheep. And then we sit there and we take this bullshit from Kash Patel and Dan Bongino.
Right.
I'm fucking done with all you people. I'm sick of it. And Trump's a threat to democracy. You're damn right he is. You're fucking damn right he's a threat to democracy. Because look what our democracy has done to us.
Yeah, but
all they do is they turn you against me.
Right.
So we're fighting each other while they profit.
Right.
It's bullshit. Us as Americans, us as middle class, lower class, upper middle class, we all need to come together. Black, white, gay, straight. We need to come together against them.
Right.
There's nobody in office, nobody in government, nobody in big business that gives a flying fuck about you.
No.
Period. And if we don't come together, we're done. We're going to be sick. We're going to die. They're going to be rich. They're living in gated communities.
Yeah.
They have yachts and mansions and maids and people to shave their balls. I don't got that. I got to shave my own balls. I'm mad.
Okay.
And if we don't come together, we got to stop this Democrat and Republican thing. Right. We're all Americans. We got to come together. We got to stop. They're the ones we need to fight. The government is the ones we need to go against, not each other.
Santa is a little...
What?
What? You're sounding a little crazy.
I am. Well, listen.
Sounds like a bit of an anarchist over here lately. No,
I
agree.
I'm not anti-government.
No, I agree with you because some of the stuff of what I was saying, like this is what I was saying, like, you know, like we need to start over. Like when you have, you got Bernie Sanders out there running around going the oligarchy. Like nobody.
Shut up.
Ask somebody what an oligarchy is, and they'll be like, I don't know. Bernie says it. So it's this.
He's an oligarch.
He's been. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like these guys have been in Congress. He's been there for 34 years. What bill has he written? What has he done? He's fighting for who? He's not fighting for me, the little man. No, he's not doing shit.
He's got 3 mansions.
Well, that's because
Hillary
bought him off in 2016. He got bought off again in fucking 2020.
The oligarchy.
But it's, and it's, I just, going back to Cash and Dan, like, I don't, like I say, like, why go on her show and say, listen, there's no there, he killed himself. All right, well, show us what you saw.
Yeah, what's the point anyway of going on the show and saying that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, show us what you saw that says that's what happened.
I've investigated enough suicides and murders to know that this is a suicide.
When I was a public defender and all this other stuff. All right, okay. That's all fine and well, but if it's if you're just trying to snow the people, like nobody. First off, this is what frustrates me sometimes. Like the people that are listening are the ones that are going to be mad about it. The people that don't care about what you two guys are saying anyway, aren't going to care. They weren't listening to you anyway. You could have said he killed himself or he didn't kill himself. They don't give a crap. Now, if you just said, here's the names on the list, hold out the scroll, then they'd be like, oh shit, what are these guys talking about? Those are our people, or both sides. It probably is. And again, I don't understand why it shouldn't be that hard.
Well, instead, we got the victims of their fucking crimes committing suicide.
Oh, yeah.
Air quotes.
Right.
It's bullshit.
It's
fucking bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if there was something, it needs to be, again, coming back to accountability. Like, that's what, the mandate was this and this and this. And, you know what? We also want to see, not for the heads rolling. Like, let's see people actually being dealt with and arrested. I don't care if it's Joe Schmo and my favorite politician, my favorite actor, my favorite fucking
who it is.
basketball player. I don't
care if it's Trump. I don't care who it is.
If it was Trump, they would have released the list already because...
Well, I don't know.
10 times over, this dude's been investigated. So
I know, but I don't know if they risk release it. Let's just say it is.
Okay.
If they release Trump, then they got to release everybody else. They're not going to go down with him. They'll take him down, but they're not going to let him go down. They won't go down with him.
That's what I'm saying. If he was actually one of the people on the list or in a video somewhere, he would have been on there already.
I don't know.
They would have outed it.
They wouldn't have.
They would have just outed him. He was the only one. He was the biggest culprit.
Well, they would have tried, but they would have went down with him. I don't think they're willing to do that.
That's why I'm saying he's. That would lead me to believe why he's not on the list, because they would have found him someplace else. Like,
right. I don't think he's on the list, but
all the little teen America pageants, Miss America pageants, all the women that these dudes have been around, whether they were of age or underage, at one point or another, you would have found something that stuck. what they try to do is like Trump took a flight. He took a flight from Florida to New York. Epstein wasn't even on. He used the plane. Millions of, I mean, from what I understand, a bunch of people used that plane. It was like a charter jet, but it was Epstein's jet.
You know, I was thinking about it.
I mean, no, where's Clinton? 26 times he was on there. Nobody cares about that. Hillary Clinton was on there. Uma Abedin was on there. Like, what's his name? Who was the other dude? Her husband, Wiener. Like, all these people were on there. Let's do something about it.
Oh, I'm waiting.
If there's videos, then go, look, here it is.
Yeah.
Let's pop in the grainy VHS so we know it's not AI.
Right.
I don't want to see it digitally enhanced or anything like that. Just put it in the
beta. All their faces.
Put it in the Betamax or whatever it is and go, look, here's the videos. It's the same thing with Diddy. Like, all right. I mean,
Diddy.
If the dude really, I mean, I'm not saying he did or didn't do it, but it seems pretty logical, or it's almost on the same scale of what Epstein was doing, just in the, the musical aspect of it. And, you have all these, I mean, again, here's where I like the FBI was involved early, like they knew this was a problem. And until he wasn't useful anymore, they took him down. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel like a lot of this stuff goes. Like, I mean, you look at like a lot of these mafia dudes, like Whitey Bulger and these guys, like, when they got Mike Whitey Bulger after he lived all of his life, after a free guy, they're like, all right, well, come back when you're like 70, and we got him. We finally found him. Like, that's what the FBI is doing. Like, when you've done and ran your course, and maybe Diddy was getting ready to really, maybe he was getting too loud and he was talking. Too many people were getting, like, all right, well, we got to shut this down because too many people are talking about it. These people are starting to believe these people that are, they're just quacks. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Like, you're crazy. That would never happen, or does it?
Well, part of the problem is you get all this money and you get all this power, and then you start thinking you can do whatever you want.
Or you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Well, that too.
Because the police turn
you
it
think
to
you're
the
untouchable.
Hey, yeah.
And then you start doing...
Same thing with Hunter Biden. Like, the dude was... there's sex trafficking, because he paid for prostitutes in this state, and then he flew them to that state. Technically,
it's sex trafficking.
That's human trafficking.
Right.
But nothing happens.
No.
Because why? Because it's Joe Biden's
because they got powerful
52-year-old son, and nobody cared. Like, it's just... I don't know. And like you were saying, like the money and the power. I get how that happens. I can see it. And, when the first complaints come out and it's like, oh, well, nobody cared. Nobody said anything to me about this time. And then it's like, well, you know what? Keep doing what you're doing. We got our eye on you. And we want to know what's going on. And, maybe this dude was feeding information and stuff like that. Who knows?
Well, even like Diddy's girlfriend. I mean, she wasn't held captive. You could have said no. You could have walked away from that whole shit show. But she wanted the money and the power, and she wanted to be a singing star. So she gave up her integrity.
Right.
To be his bitch, basically.
Right.
And that's on her, quite frankly.
Yeah, I
don't excuse him for the way he treated her.
Well, I don't think it's I just think it's deeper than that with that one instance of her. I think it's probably like the Harvey Weinstein thing. You know what I mean? The casting couch, like that shit's been around since, joking about it in the 70s. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you got your job how? Oh, okay, we understand. Like,
same way Kamala did.
Exactly. So I think like Harvey Weinstein, I think that's kind of like what I'm getting at. Like Harvey Weinstein ran his course, and he put a lot of he's friends with Oprah, he's friends with this person, he's friends with that person, the Obamas, and
they all loved him.
And then it was like, this is too many people are coming out, too many women, too many girls are coming out. We got me too, and then it was like, all right, let's get rid of them. Bill Cosby went on for decades doing what he was doing, then finally was like, well, you know what, he's an old man now and he's lived his life. Let's
take him down.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of this stuff too. I heard somebody talking about it with the Larry Nassar guy, the gymnastics, where he was like massaging and molesting the
doctor.
Yeah, the Olympic team.
The
trainer for the girls women.
He was an Olympic doctor, right?
No, he was the trainer for the girls Olympic team.
But I think he was a doctor.
Well, maybe. Doctor.
Doctors, yeah, that's how they gain your respect with a piece of paper.
Well, what this guy
wall.
had said, what happens, and he kind of it was validated the point almost to where when they finally brought that dude up on charges, it had run its course of the statute of limitations had run out from when they first got the report of this happening against those first, whoever those first couple of, it was 7 to 10 years or whatever it was, and then we're like, all right, well, the statutes of limitations ran out on those
crimes
agents, so let's go after them now. And that's when they finally did it. And it was like, how many people did the guy, how many victims did he have in the time that you allowed him to cover your own ass because you didn't do anything the first time, or the first 2 times, or the 5th time somebody said, yo, this doctor's like molesting young girls here.
He's diddling me. Stop diddling me.
Right, the diddler.
No one ever diddled me.
Release the list. Enough with the nonsense.
Let's go.
Videos and photo evidence are very
encouraged.
Encouraged, yes. So we can see for ourselves, like, oh shit. I don't need to see all the details. I just need to see blurred faces of the victims and the actual person.
Yep. Let's find out who it is. And let's put Fauci in jail and everybody else. Let's get rid of these clowns. It's time.
Yes.
It's time.
Correct.
To arrest them for crimes against humanity.
Worldwide, globally.
These people are worse than Nazis. No, they're pretty bad.
Can't say that nowadays, but sure.
No, but they're bad. Nazis were really bad, but these people are bad too. They just did it a back doorway.
I agree.
The Nazis did it up front. These people did it in the back door. Yeah, in the back door. So no one could see it. You just feel it. You don't see it.
All right. The back door.
That's how you get it in the back door. Hello. All right, you got any plugs so we can get out of here?
Pride Month is coming up for the back door.
Ugh. You said it, I didn't.
10% off official Patriot gear. 20% off Redcon 1 supplements. All that good stuff. Pre-workouts, fat burners, proteins. Time to get in your summer shape. Reaper Apparel Company, 15% off. All those links are in the bio and highlights of most of our social media pages.
Thank you.
So hit it.
It's up to us.
To
make America great again.
Help small businesses grow and become bigger businesses so they can employ more Americans. And
yeah, well, I got an idea. Make yourself great first. How about that?
Starts with you.
That's right.
Starts with us.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.
The man in the mirror.
So long, gay boys.